Hey guys, welcome back. This time you've booked your holiday. You've packed, you've traveled, and now you're arriving at your destination of choice. You're very excited. You're walking into the hotel and you spy a jackhammer on the side of your eye. But here's the thing. You can avoid a completely destroyed vacation if you just know these 3 rules that'll save you money, time, and anguish. So rule number 1 is what hotels aren't showing you is actually what they're hiding. Every photo on a hotel's website is a deliberate marketing decision. Someone, like me sometimes, sat in a room and decided which images go up and which one will never see daylight. But here's the cheat sheet. If there's no photo of the bathroom is the problem. Now, maybe it's dated, maybe it's tired, maybe the layout is awkward, whatever the reason. They don't want you looking at it before you book. What they show you are these beautiful bathrooms, right? But if they don't show you a bathroom to a regular room, I'm just saying. Here's the second thing to look for. If there's no photo of the view from the room, all right, the room has no view. You're likely looking over a parking lot, an air shaft, or the back of another building. That's very common. But when you've got a view like this, no worries. But here's a hotel that books the view from this particular room as poolside and pool view. Yeah, that's a pool view from 30 stories up. So no picture of the view, no view. The third one is a strong bet usually. If the gallery is loaded with suite photos, loaded, that's all you can find, but you can't find a single image of a standard room, that is not by accident, guys. They're showing you the dream of what you want to be at and hoping that you'll kind of forget what you're actually booking, which is maybe the most basic of rooms. And those can be very disappointing. Here's a dead giveaway. It's called the tight crop. It's a close-up of throw pillows perhaps, or like this, a detail of, lovely folded hand towels, or a faucet or a lamp, a corner of a bed frame. No wide shots of the actual room. That tells the world of a story. There's 2 things going on. Either the room itself is too small, or too dated, or too awkwardly laid out, and they can't find a single full room angle we're showing you, or it's simply so small that they know if you'll see that, you will not book the room. If you can't see the bathroom, you can't see the view, and you can't understand the layout of the standard room, you're not seeing the actual property, because there's far more of those rooms than there are of suites. You're seeing their brochure. So here's the deal. Every first Saturday of the month, I get on live with you guys. You send me your pictures, tell me what your design dilemma is, and we go over it right there on the spot and kind of get you moving past whatever parts you're stuck on or have questions about, okay? Those are great things to remember, so keep your eyes peeled for a first Saturday of the month live design event with me. Mistake number 2, and this one is actually worth a phone call or an email. I know, it's an actual phone call. You'll actually have to speak to a human, but it is absolutely worth the time and effort to do this. Most travelers are going to scroll through a website, click book, and never speak to a human until you check in. That's a huge mistake because there's 2 questions that you should be asking the property directly. I mean, the people at the front desk, and the answer tells you everything you need to know. And let me just clarify that for you guys again, not Marriott's 1-800 number. You want to speak to the actual front desk of the property you're going to be staying at. This is why. First question is, when was the property last renovated? And what was the scope of the renovation? One caveat here, guys. If it's a brand new property, right, like you can see, or they often tout them on their websites, you can skip this. But if the hotel has been open for more than 5 years, soft goods have been refreshed at a minimum. That's industry standard, guys. Soft goods means bedding, drapery, carpets, paints, and really importantly, the mattresses. If they hesitate to answer or they tell you the lobby got refreshed, but maybe the rooms haven't done it yet, you have your answer. The room you're booking is whatever it was 5+ years ago when those pictures were originally taken. The bigger renovations, like the hard stuff, the HVAC systems, the bathrooms upgraded, the electrical and charging upgrades, those happen on a longer cycle. They're more like 10 years. Now that's the first question. Second question is there any construction or any renovation work happening on the property during the dates I plan to arrive? This is important. Anywhere on the property. Another wing perhaps being renovated? You're gonna hear it as early as 7 a.m. If public spaces are going to be under construction, your morning coffee is probably going to be in a hallway. Guys, I've had this happen. And if they're renovating, say, the pool or the pool deck, surprise, it's closed all week. And maybe they didn't mention that on that website. A property that's proud of its updates will answer both of those questions instantly. A property that's hiding something's going to give you kind of specific language like, oh, we're always evolving, or there may be some minor enhancements. And if that's the case, guys, hang up and keep looking for another property, because you will not be happy when that jackhammer starts. So mistake number 3, and this is very common, is you're reading the wrong reviews. Let me explain. Most people will scroll right either to the 5 stars or to the 1 stars to confirm whether or not they're making a good choice. The 5 stars make them feel really great about the property. The 1 stars scare everybody. Now, my advice is to throw away the 1s and the 5s. The truth lives in these 3 and 4 star reviews. These are the people who liked the hotel enough to write a review, but not to attack it. But they had specific gripes that they couldn't ignore. That, guys, is information you can use. That's a property that's being described honestly by someone who has no axe to grind. Now, here's one more tip, and this is one that I only started doing about 10 years myself. Filter the reviews for the last 90 days only, because anything older really predates any possible current management change or any possible refresh or renovation. And search the review text for specific words, things like tired, dated, worn, charming for the price. That's an interesting one. These are the ones that you'll find in these mid-section reviews that aren't bashing the property, but are giving you the right information around it. And here's the deal. If you see these words repeated over and over in these 3 and 4 star reviews, you want to take that warning. This kind of information, guys, is what makes you think a little bit longer before you try and book it. One more thing before you go. If you want your own bedroom to feel like some of these absolutely delicious ones that you want to book, I broke that down a couple of weeks ago in a video. I want you to watch it next. This is absolutely all the insider secrets on how to do a hotel bed the right way from the beginning, okay? Watch it, it's right here. Save yourself the bad trip, and I'll see you guys next week.